Now I'm gonna join in just now. The game is starting.
That was actually a good lap
That's
from
such a good
Tiny
one.
there. That is
Just
actually,
practicing.
Whoa.
yeah, that's actually a good time from Tiny.
Arky out on fresh softs here. He tried to do his first lap on mediums, but not being able to get the power down.
Yeah,
Cool.
so
Stream's
he's on
back
his
up
out
again.
lap, and then Kaiser is also on his out lap. He's gonna go for his hot lap as well, and he's also not a bad driver. He's second in the driver standing at this
Only
stage.
1 point behind Tiny G in the standings, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's 1 point behind, so he's and he's quite consistent as well. We'll see what happens in this race. Last race he came second.
Right.
Here we have Kaiser coming through the first corner here. Long sweeping right-hander. Quite difficult to connect all the corners here if you're not quite an experienced player. Getting a good apex there, coming through the left corner. Takes it a bit shallow, dives out to the right side of the track, and he aborts his lap here.
Oh no. Right.
Yeah.
So stream is back up again, guys. We're looking all good.
Sweet.
Let me test the sound while you guys are there.
It looks like Jack's also on his hot lap, trying to beat his time of a 1:47.7 that he's going to try and beat.
Right. 100%. We're all good on every side here.
Sweet.
There goes Ark on his hot lap.
Ark
For
on his
that-
lap, coming through the long right-hander here, staying close to the right-hand side, dropping down to third gear, and into second gear here, coming through the second corner, taking the apex quite shallow and dipping out to the right, but he gets the power down nice and early. Let's see if he can do a purple sector 1 here.
Oh, purple sector 1 for the Renaults. This is going to be quite an interesting race
Coming through
to...
the fast left-hander here after setting his first purple sector. Let's see if he can get a good link up with sector 2 and hopefully drop Tiny G and Vortex down a couple spots here. Coming through the double left-hander, goes out wide nicely, gets both apexes. Sweet. Coming up to the second sector mark. Not a purple sector, but he might be able to get close to Tiny G here, getting a good exit here. He needs a crucial exit here to get a really good straight for this long China straight for sector 3. Braking just after the 100-meter board, cutting in a bit close there, might not get a lap done in time. Coming through the final left-hander here, dropping down to 4th, runs out of ERS. Will he be able to get a good enough lap? 131, 132, and he puts him up into 5th place, just behind Lucius and just in front of the other McLaren of Boss Otter.
Vortex is also again on his out lap. He's going to try and beat Tiny for the pole position. Only Rascal is also just behind him with Lucius in the Ferrari. And Kaiser, it's got just invalidated his lap as well.
Right, so looks like we've got a chicken move here from one of the McLarens. We're trying to get some tow coming from the Racing Point Vortex. Let's see how that's gonna go for him.
Only Rascal inside the slipstream of Vortex here. Will he be able to get a good enough tow to try and push him either ahead or in front of the McLaren and Racing Point? Vortex setting a purple sector 1 here. Coming through, nice exit for him through the corner. Let's see how he does in the long left-hander into the technical sector 2. Decent speed. Drops down to 5th gear here for the right-hander. Let's see how he does with the double left. Gets the apex sweet, goes out wide. Will he be able to get the other apex? Goes a bit wide there, but he manages to keep it on track. How will he do for the second sector? Not purple, but will he be able to get a better sector 3 than Tiny and link the track up? Goes a bit wide there, but will he be able to get a good enough exit for the long straight here?
It's like he's struggling with traction. He doesn't seem to have the
Yeah.
traction out of the corners. He really needs to get focused if he really wants to have any say in this race.
Comes around the final corner here. Will he be able to take him out? Unfortunately, he is only 0.004 seconds off of his time.
There we get Kaiser again. He's gonna go out for his out lap. Got 6 minutes left in this qualifying, so the guys will have to start pushing it now if they want to have a good grid position. Actually, guys.
I'm looking at these guys, and the times are quite close here. Yeah, got a lot of talent out here. I feel like a lot of guys on some corners are a little bit afraid of actually just getting into the right gears and pushing through.
Just not confident enough, I think.
It's just, it's like they're so hesitant coming through towards the corner. They don't know which gear to go into. Right now I'm looking at Kaiser, and let's see if he's going to do a similar thing that Vortex did. Okay, at least Kaiser gets to go through here. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like he's backing off from his hot lap.
No, he's still on his out lap.
He's on his out lap now. He hasn't set a
he's
time
still
yet.
on his out lap. He's still warming up, but like it's like that corner there that they're taking the
Boss Otter going P2 here, only 2/10 off of Tiny G.
Surprise out there. Yeah, look, so that double left-hander, I would usually recommend going through there in gear 3, giving you like a really good medium fast speed going out. But I see a lot of guys come in there with high gears and then having to decide which gear to go into throughout the corner, losing a lot of time. But yeah, it's, a lot of them are a little bit indecisive, or maybe it's just, getting into rhythm of the track and really getting the right gears in every corner. Maybe they're still getting into it. Or maybe the pressure of actually, doing this, doing these hot laps might be getting to them and they're not really sure what to do. But, you would say, people who, who practice so much during the day and the day before, they would have, gotten that confidence through the corners. But
Kaiser K sitting a purple sector 1 here on his flying lap.
Can he get the two
Runs
McLarens?
a bit wide and he spins the car coming out of the chicane there. Kaiser K not having a really lucky qualifying today, I think.
That's unlucky. But hey, look, that was a surprise from Boss for the guy who's going to be opening up gates for everybody at home. But yeah, I was actually really surprised there.
Oh well, got a McLaren 1-2. Can they finish in that 1-2?
That will be an interesting thing to see.
Only Rascal taking a deep line into the chicane here. Got one corner left. He's green on his sector 1 and 2. Will he be able to improve into P3? And he aborts his time going into the pits here.
There's 3 minutes left of the whole thing, and it looks like Vortex is gonna stay in. The Williams is actually on a hot lap.
Tristan Thomas coming through the final corner here. He's got one more left-hander. Let's see if he'll be able to push himself up into the top 8 or 6. Takes a cautious final corner. Will he be able to do it? Pushes him 8th place ahead of Kaiser and the 2 Red Bulls here. Only 2 seconds separating 1st to 7th place here. It's going to be a close race.
Oh no, definitely, yeah. But if you look at the guys in the top 3, yeah, scary.
Hopefully the 2 McLarens don't pull a Rosberg and Hamilton and be proper teammates.
It looks like Kaiser went out again on another hot lap, and he couldn't set the faster sector 1.
Oh, look, there's always that sector 2 that could set. You see, right, this right-hand corner here from Kaiser, what I would usually do is you approach the corner at a higher speed, and then as you gear down, you just want to get into 4th gear and just really battle it slowly. Just to...
Purple sector 2 from Kaiser here. He might be on for a flyer.
Oh, that's really good.
He could maybe split the 2 McLarens from 1st and 2nd.
Looking to put that runner up into the top 3 to help them with their chances in the constructors. Only about 10 to 15 points behind the McLarens after Australia and Bahrain, hopefully jumping them closer or in front of said McLarens. Coming through the chicane here, gets good traction, but he has got a Williams in front of him if he will be able to get ahead. Drops down to 4th gear for the left-hander. Will he be able to do it? 29, 30, 31. And he puts himself P3, only 2/10 behind Boss Otter and 4/10 behind Tiny G.
Oh, that was so close. That was definitely close.
But let's see. I know the Racing Point is also out on a hot lap, so maybe he can move back into P3.
Oh, let's see if he's going to be brave enough to go through this corner in 4th gear and just really take it right through. Oh no, Brett's
Dropping down to 4th here, back up to 5th for the double left-hander. Drops down to 3rd. Takes a deep apex. Will he be able to get a better apex here? Comes out nicely. Let's see what he does for sector 2. Not a purple.
Yeah, he's about 16th of that faster sector.
Hopefully he can push himself ahead of Kaiser or Boss Otter. And he aborts his lap, saving his tires for the race.
Alright, so as we look at the standings right now, towards the end of the quali, we've got Tiny G in 1st place, Boss Otter in 2nd place, Kaiser in 3rd, willing to grip the 2 guys in front of him, Vortex in 4th place, followed by Lucius. Wow.
In the Ferrari, that's a big surprise. That's a big surprise.
Very big surprise. And then in 6th place, you got only Rascal. Oh wow, he's such a rascal also, you know. He tried to get the toe from the pink Mercedes, but he couldn't manage to get enough speed out of that toe. And then followed in 7th place by Ark. And then you got 8th place, Druam.
Yeah, Droom hoog. It looks like Ark is on look to see if he can be his position.
He is 3/10 down on his time right now, looking to maybe push himself up into 5th place.
That's about the highest he can go at this stage, is to 5th place, and he will really
Dropping
need
down
it.
to 4th here, getting a good exit. What will he do here?
That was a really good exit.
Goes
He's on
P5,
5th.
Whoa!
pushing
right.
Lucius down to P6 and giving the Renaults another fighting chance at the constructors.
Well done
And-
to Ark, rearranging the whole entire playing field.
Oh, and then the Red Bull invalidated his lap. He was also on hot lap, but bad luck there. So they in 9th and the Williams in 10th, and then the other Red Bull is in 11th. I think we've got quite a good race coming, guys.
Definitely.
Basically, 1.5 seconds separating the top 6. This is going to be a great fight to see, definitely from 4th place and above.
No gain sound. Let me increase my gain sound. Alright. It's just that okay. Whoops. Let me just do that.
I'll be right with you guys. I'm quickly gonna take a breather.
Good.
Alright, so end of quali. So what do you guys think? Do you think Tiny and Boss will keep that 1 and 2, or we're gonna have Kaiser and Vortex falling in there?
Well, it's tough to say. Hey, with only 7/10 separating 1st to 4th, it will be quite tough. But we'll have to see with the first couple laps. Hopefully there's no carnage, clean race.
Yeah, I know. We're hoping for that clean race, hey? Oh, it's going to be an exciting race.
Both Red Bulls on mediums here, looking to either try a one-stop or push deep into the race to get higher points.
I must say, if you actually go out with mediums, I feel like it's a really good idea because, you can take it nice and gentle and go through the field, without having to destroy a lot of rubber. Unlike the guys on softs, they will be tempted to push those softs really hard to just, pull the gap on anyone else. But when you've got mediums, you tend to play it a little bit cautious. You want to make sure that the tires are up to temperature and all of that. And we've got some comments there. Sorry for that. But yeah, I don't know, the strategy for mediums, I feel like it's gonna work. It will push them deeper into the race. But it also, with mediums, there's going to be a lot of tire management that's going to need to happen. And, if they get into, let's say they get a really good start and we don't have any carnage, and then what happens is like the guys in the mediums get to be in the midfield, they can literally sit there and just set constant laps, and everything should be fine for them until they get into their softs.
Well, the game glitched out and put me in the game, so I'm gonna have to leave and rejoin. So
that's perfectly fine. We haven't started yet, so the session will only be starting in 10 seconds.
10 seconds, yeah.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot of guys that seem to have a connection issue. I'm hoping I'm not one of them. Force is the one. Okay, there we go. Everything is
there. We go.
Right.
And we're gonna.
Alright, and okay, so let's look at the field as they go through towards the first corner.
That was a bit clean racing there. We've got
one of the Mercedes that is just went off the track. Alright, so as it seems, it looks like Boss had a really good start, and okay, the game just glitched Boss and Tiny together, but just had contact.
And the McLaren and the Renault have contact. Vortex up into P1, Arc into P2, and Bossada drops down into P3 here. And a Ferrari.
Another Ferrari out. The two Ferraris took each other there.
It looks like they're going to where they belong to really do some tractor.
It looks like one of the. Is he going? It looks like he's. They'll have to put both. They've got some wing damage there. Tiny's picking up quickly now.
Tiny's dropped all the way down to P10. Might have wing damage here.
He might have. He doesn't look like it, but yeah, they come on that back straight, and Tiny is pushing now. He needs to get
close between Tiny and Alicia here. Goes for the overtake. Rascal also going around Tristan Thomas here. Brakes super late. Gets super behind Sharks here. Will he be able to get better traction and try and push for P5 here?
And Racing Point's actually pulling out the gap now.
And as it stands, after the first lap, Vortex in first, Boss Otter in second, the two Renaults third and fourth, with the Jacques and Rascal behind. Tristan and Tiny G occupy P7 and 8. Lucius, Alicia, and Droom. Alicia going slowly along the straight here. Something happened to her controller or wheel. And looks like Droom is pitting after getting damaged to that.
We have a motor safety car that's going to be coming up. Omni Rascal has spinned out and that's second. This is not looking good. It looks like we're not getting any little safety cars. It's a little bit tough for Rascal. He's going to have to go pit. He's lost his full win.
I'll be back now, guys. Just hold on quickly.
Alright, so the battle continues up front with the top three. Having Boss chasing down Vortex. Racing players. Do you guys think he's really going to get there? Look, you should be getting a bit of toe on this long straight, and you should be able to get a few hundredths of a second closer to Vortex. And let's see how this is going to go. We have a lot of comments that say, there's a lot of carnage. That's an interesting one day. Looks like guys are spinning out. Wonder what happened.
And Arc went very, very wide there. That's gonna put him in a bad spot as Kaiser is on his back of his car, basically on his gearbox. It's a close race between. It looks like Vortex is pulling out a little bit of a times to Boss.
Look, I think Vortex is in a good position right now. He's going to be able to pull out a good time. But the question is the potential that we saw from Boss in the quali, are we going to see it right now? That is the big question.
Yeah. And Rascal is coming out of the pits now. He put it new wing. He's got medium tires on, so he can go for a longer stint.
So the only thing now for most of the guys who've had contact with other drivers is they're hoping to get a safety car. That's what they're hoping for. Otherwise,
Yeah,
they're losing a lot of time during the race.
Yeah, that's what they're gonna hope for, is to get that. Otherwise, they're not gonna do it properly. I see Vortex is using a lot of ERS at this stage to pull out the gap on Boss, but he needs to do better. It's done. He needs to do better now, because he needs to go into the pits as well, I think, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think it's the tires on this track is on softs is very, very weary at this stage.
Yeah.
But let's see, maybe he stays out and he surprises us and do a few more laps.
I think he'll take it up to most probably 7 or 8 laps. But let's have a look. Oh, he's taking this corner quite confidently.
And you can see Boss is actually starting to catch him.
Right, let's get on board. Boss has also been using his DRS and he's almost depleted it, so will he be able to get some toe? Oh, cuts the corner quite hard there, using a bit of time. Oh, almost spinning the car, using the back end. Oh, no, he's lost precious time. He lost around about 300 of a second to Vortex. He's going to have to try harder now.
The two runners coming up on each other. Will they either make a move? Ark goes defensive on the inside here. Will he make it difficult for his teammate?
Oh, he's letting him pass.
And lets his teammate pass, but he's got Jacques on his gearbox right behind him here.
The thing is, the soft is going to start to wear off, and Jacques on the better tire at this stage, which is the mediums. So Kaiser went into the pit, so let's see.
Vortex and Kaiser are pitting now.
Yeah. So let's see what is Kaiser. There he is. And off he goes there. Vortex is already at the pit exit, so this is going to be quite a good race. As Tiny moved up into 4th place. And he will really need to push this.
Oh, Ark losing the back end there, right next to the Red Bull. Oh my word. Red Bull gets an easy positioning there. Oh, wow, I feel so bad for Ark there. That was so bad. That was a really, really bad spin out there. I wish I could get a replay of that. But unfortunately, I can't give you that. It's interesting.
Lucius might be able to get DRS here down the straight if he is within 1 second. 9/10 now drops down to 8. Will he be able to take Arky here down the straight? Takes the braking cautious here. He doesn't want to get too close for that dirty air. As they come around the corner, Lucius will have DRS on Arky here. Both of them using overtake. Let's see who will be able to... Will Lucius be able to dive Ark into the corner here, or just take it cautious and get closer for the next laps? 23 laps remain. Boss out of first, Jacques in second, Ark third, and Lucius fourth.
Whoa! Ferrari just locked up there, almost hitting Tiny G. Oh, now he's lost valuable time. He's gonna have to
Boss out to go into pit.
This could mean quite a good position for the Red Bull at this stage, because he's quite ahead. Tiny will also have to go and pit soon, because he's also on top.
Boss deciding to take the hearts. I must say, after yesterday's... okay, Tiny almost leaving it there on the second corner. I must say, after yesterday's practice session, I went onto the hards and they fared quite well in these conditions on this track. So I think if you've got good skills on tire preservation, you should be able to take the hards all the way to the end. But we'll just have to see. Is Boss going to be driving aggressively, or he's just going to be doing a lot of tire preservation? We'll just have to see what happens as the race goes. Right, so we have Kaiser right behind Boss. Now, these two guys both went into the pits, and this will be hard tires versus... Oh, Boss letting go of its rear tail.
Yeah, the hard is gonna take about 4 laps to warm up.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, that is correct.
So yeah, we'll have to see what they're gonna do.
Oh, it's unfortunate that Boss couldn't defend that position. But it was an easy meal. Oh, okay, right.
Oh, and Boss is... Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh,
that is so
Tiny
bad.
have just pitted and Vortex is pulling out not really good times to catch Jock that's on mediums.
But just remember, Jock is still yet to pit, so I think, Vortex, the only thing that he needs to do is just maintain his consistency, not to push those mediums too hard.
Yeah, he's actually got a good time. He's got about, say, 6 to 7 seconds on Kaiser, and if he can, Jock can maybe avoid the undercut in the pit. So yeah, Jock still needs to pit. Everybody pitted except the 2 Red Bulls, so they're running on mediums.
And we've got only 2 cars in the field currently running in hards. Oh no, it's 3, sorry. That is Tiny G Force and Hero. So that's going to be an interesting one. Well, look, to be honest with you, as I look at it right now, the guys who went on mediums right now after taking this off, what's going to happen is on that 20th lap, you're going to be seeing a lot of tail-happy cars and going really wide most of the time. So there will be a lot of times being lost. So I think that's where the hards are going to really, give those other 3 guys that edge on the guys who are on the mediums.
Sorry to interrupt you there. Vortex went a little bit wide there. That's gonna cause him a lot of seconds actually in this lap to the leader.
So now we've got the Williams of Tristan Thomas chasing Tiny G. So as you can see here, Tristan Thomas has got 3 laps on these mediums, and Tiny G is still yet to complete the final lap of his hards, but let's see how things go. Will Tristan Thomas be able to catch up to Tiny G? It looks like he is doing that. Almost losing it on that left turn exit. But let's have a look. Will he be able to close down the gap to get that lekker DRS going down the back straight? He's got a lot of ERS. Interesting enough, he's not utilizing it. He could actually gain so much momentum on these little small straights, especially the up and coming straights. Oh, taking the corner quite well. He's a little bit twitchy, and he's not that confident on the throttle, but he is doing quite well going out those exits. But he's still not using the DRS. He could be using it to catch up to Tiny.
He really needs to. Actually just keep it together, and Vortex can actually catch up there. There's a few good races going on, but yeah, let's see as the lap progresses and the tires wear off. I think some of these guys are gonna have a good field spin at the end of the day.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of donuts out there, and 3 people drifting. Tristan Thomas, going so wide, losing a lot of time. Oh no. I have a whole lot of hope for this guy. I think he can get up to Tiny. He seems to be quite focused, but he just really needs to utilize that ERS carefully. So it looks like he uses the ERS on the start-finish straight and the back straight. That's the only time he uses the ERS. Other than that, he's building and regenerating it. That's a good strategy. It's a really good strategy.
You see, Vortex is busy catching up quickly to Jock because I think Jock's tires are starting to wear off.
So let's get on board with Jock and see how he's doing. Oh no, his exits are quite slow. Going towards the long straights, coming out of it, he had a little bit of, he lost a lot of speed there.
He is losing a lot of speed at this stage. So you'll have to do something right now. Avoid losing more positions when he pits. If you're going to have a look at penalties at this stage, I see Boss has got a penalty so far and Tristan's got a penalty. It looks like Boss's tires has been heated up. He's doing quite good as well now, so he's starting to catch. He's starting to catch Kaiser by the looks of it.
Alright, so he's now on the third lap of those hards. So that means
Yeah.
they're getting nice and toasty and the grip is going to be awesome. Let's see.
We could see a good position for the McLarens here today because they're both on hards. So they should be able to make it a good thing out of it.
Look, Martin, I think, he's going to have to do something. So I feel like Boss is in a good position to get back into top 3. But Tiny G is going to really have to fight hard for that positioning and to make it into the top 3. Oh, Boss having a mini spin on the longs. Right hand turn. Oh, losing a bit of time there. But hopefully that didn't affect him a little bit too hard. Well, look.
Look, Boss will just need to be consistent more. He's not consistent at this stage. I think he's too eager.
Yeah, he's driving quite aggressively, I can see.
And we're starting to become a little battle between the Renault and the Williams of Tristan.
I think Tristan has been doing quite well. Remember what I said, he's got a lot of potential and look where he is. He actually went past Tiny G, but Tiny G had a lot of mistakes throughout the race. So Tristan is doing well and look at him, he's actually utilizing his ERS. He's almost done.
Well, it looks like there's a Mercedes that spun out on track, and that is Mr. Rascal spun out.
I don't know, hey, Mercedes is not doing so well. He's going into the pits. I think he's going to take softs. Hey, let's go back into the seat of Red Bull, Alicia. She's quite consistent, to say. Is she using a steering wheel or is she on a controller?
No, she's on the controller, but she's actually new into the F1.
Oh, right, okay. Right, so no, she's doing quite well. Not shabby for being new into the entire scene, which is...
And it's our only female driver, and she needs to push a little bit more by the looks of it.
No, I think, for her it's just more on practice so she can get more confidence in going through the corners. She is slowing down too much.
And the other Red Bull is in the pits, and that's going to give Vortex Racing and Kaiser first and second now. And maybe the McLaren can get past him. Maybe this is going to be quite interesting.
So it looks like they might be meeting at
they're going to meet at the corner. This is going to be interesting. And Boss is past him.
So Jack is gonna have a huge struggle here with those hard tires because they're still nice and popsicle cold. So,
Yeah.
he's gonna be ice skating most of the time for the
Yeah.
next 3 laps.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite difficult for him to. It's gonna be difficult for him at that stage.
Looks like everybody's rooting for Alicia to push a little bit harder. Everybody's saying she's zooming. That's really cool. Well, look, I think if she gets a lot more races down her belt, it'll be really good. I think she'll do well. She'll be a midfield racer most probably next season or mid-season this. So you'll never know. Alright, so it looks like Boss is struggling quite a lot with his setup when it comes to using these hard tires.
Yeah, I don't think they've got the right setup. He's got the right setup for the hards at this stage. I don't know if they're gonna maybe go for mediums. But let's see, there's still a lot that can happen. There's still a safety car that can... Ooh. Oh, and Boss! The traction is just not there for him at this stage, and that's gonna give Jack a big window of opportunities to pass him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He's got the DRS open. Let's see the defense. No, he's gonna back off there.
Oh, this is gonna be the battle of the people driving with hards, popsicles. Although in Boss's case, his popsicles should be nice and toasty, nice and warm.
Yeah, I think the more they're gonna start to wear out, I think the more grip he's gonna find.
I feel like Boss's setup is, it's got a lot of front end grip, but it's quite loose at the rear end, so it doesn't do well for these hard compound tires.
No, it doesn't, and that wears out his back tires a lot. If you look at the McLaren, not the McLaren, the Red Bull behind him, he's got way more grip than him at this stage.
Yeah, so it looks like the Red Bull will be taking Boss Otto on this straight. That's if he gets a faster exit. It looks like Boss is definitely pushing hard, and he might actually go into reach mode just to try and keep the Red Bull away. And the Red Bull is getting a lot of tow, and he does not have DRS, but he does have...
let's see this corner, let's see this corner. Let's see. And this is gonna be tight racing, yeah.
Now let's see, he gets the better exits coming out of here. Oh no, so now Jock has got DRS without ERS, which makes it a little bit hard and tricky to take positioning on this start-finish straight. So I guess this is just going to be a fight till the end, until somebody makes a little small mistake. But,
yes, then the one that's going to spin out, yeah, he's going to lose that position.
Yeah, 100%. And both of them are playing it quite cautiously. I can see that Boss has decided not to push too hard in the first sector. Usually it really rips hard in the first sector, but let's get on board with Boss, and it looks like he is somewhat catching up to Kaiser so far.
Yeah, Kaiser is quite ahead. They're busy gonna lap only Rascal there. Kaiser is catching the racing point of Vortex at this stage.
Oh no, that's actually quite an interesting thing. I actually haven't been paying attention to that. Whoa, this is going to be quite an interesting one. Looks like we have a small glitch here as we are in Boss's car, and I don't see Kaiser's car. Yeah,
Kaiser's car, I can see he's got the 3-second penalty. So actually, all that Vortex need to do is take it slowly. Boss has got 10 seconds of penalties against him, so that's gonna put him way back. So Jock doesn't actually have to push that a lot. Tristan's on 5 seconds of penalties.
Yeah, so Jock just really needs to stay right behind Boss, and then he should get an easy P3.
Yeah.
Whoa,
And
this is
and the same with Lucius. Lucius is also by the things catching up because he's on the mediums.
Oh no, that's look, Lucius Tractor. Let's see if
Yeah.
he finds that rhythm, you know. To be honest,
Well,
I
they-
think he'll catch up.
Okay, it doesn't look like you're a big Ferrari fan, but in any way.
Oh no, to be honest with you, I'm a big Ferrari fan. I just like the memes and jokes about it. You know, I take it with a bit of grain of salt, but I actually am a Ferrari fan more than anything else. But look, Lucius just needs to stay nice and steady. He's locking up quite a lot though, going through his corners. That means he is missing his braking points, having to brake a little bit too hard.
So hard. But he is catching Jock, and Bosholder is starting to pull out underneath Jock. So I think Boss's stuff is starting to kick in, yeah?
Alright, so let's have a look at Guillaume and Tristan. So Tristan seems to be keeping it quite steady, and he's lost a little bit of ground from, well, not a little bit, but a lot of ground from Tiny.
Yeah, and Drum is actually gonna have DRS on him on this back straight here, so let's see if he can get past him. I don't think so, but let's see.
Drum is using his DRS, having a better exit or similar. He's got a toe before the DRS, he does get it. And yeah, you are right. Tristan most probably used all of his DRS, he definitely did.
Yeah, this guy is heavy on the juice.
Look, Tristan's got a better exit on that. Oh, Tristan going into the pits. For what reason? That is interesting.
I think he's gonna go for his final pit stop, yeah, and I think we're gonna see a lot of them. I see Tiny is catching up to the Renault of Arc. There should be a couple of reports to the FIA here tonight, so let's see how it plans out.
Look, there were a lot of instances where, you know, there's been a few touch and goes there, swaps of paint there and there. But I feel some of them were purely, or not really some of them, but most of them were purely race incidents.
Yeah, it's race incidents. I think the FIA will be fair on the decisions.
Right, so let's climb on board with Tiny. So Tiny does not have any penalties currently, and is right on the tail of Arc. And
he's got the DRS as well, so he could, if he uses it correctly, he can pass him on. No, he doesn't got it. He can actually pass him on the finish straight.
Yeah, no, definitely. Ooh, nice late braking there. Well done, and a better exit. Oh, that's looking really good. Let's see if Arc is actually panicking, and on board of Arc, and yeah, he is definitely panicking. Went a little bit wide there, as you can see.
And
now,
there comes the McLaren.
Oh, definitely. I feel like what's going to happen is now is it's going to take him out on that mini straight that's coming ahead if he gets a better exit, and it definitely seems like the McLaren has better grip. And
it looks like I think that the mediums are busy taking off, because Lucius also went for 2 stops. Kaiser has 2 stops.
Yeah, no, definitely the mediums are drastically.
And I did see Boss and Arc exchange positions there. I think Boss spun out again. But let's focus on this little battle that's in front of us. It's between Tiny and...
yeah, so here we go. On the back straight, we think Tiny will take the position. Question is, will Arc fight back on the start-finish straight? Let us see. Oh no! Tiny backed off from that one, so we will live to see another battle again between Tiny and Arc, having to have Tiny chasing again. I feel like Tiny should have not backed out of that corner, definitely.
No, he should have went for it, but it could be something happened in the turn with his traction. We don't know. We'll have to check about that.
Yeah, he most probably lost the back end and we didn't really see much of it. But looks like we're gonna have to try this again. And
so we'll have to wait again for the...
I feel like those mediums are really taking a beating. And, you know, look, as I've said,
We've,
at lap 20, those mediums are going to be done.
yeah, we've got a little battle here in the front. I've just taken notice of that, where it's Jark, Kaiser and Vortex. They're all at each other at this stage.
Ooh, so question is, are we going to have a DRS train? Will Vortex be close enough for the back straight to get some DRS? Or is Kaiser going to be taking on Jock? Will you take
The thing is, Kaiser and Vortex got DRS on both DRS. But now the thing is, they're both on mediums. I think Vortex is also on medium, so that mediums is going to take off soon. So there goes the Renault past.
Reynolds having a better exit. Oh, now we got a three-way battle. We are going. Oh, Vortex taking some action there, trying to get that outside corner. Oh no. Oh, looks like. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Why did Kaiser decide that he's not gonna...
He couldn't take the outside one. Vortex was next to him. So I think Vortex is actually doing great in this race at this stage.
Yeah, so I feel like Vortex is definitely gonna take first place. But you know what? You'll never know what could happen. He is
You never know.
He is definitely rolling in mediums, and let's have a look at... oh wow, brand new mediums. So he should be set up.
Tiny got past Arc as well, so Tiny is gonna start setting up Jark for an overtake, but he's 14 seconds behind him.
So yeah, that is true. Let's have a look.
Boss is down into 8th place. He's not having a good race at this time. He's having a bad race.
Yeah, look, he started quite well, and I got updates. Look, I know him, Bossy is definitely a person who is not patient. He wants to be in front and he wants to lead. That's what he wants to do, but he needs to be patient, you know. It just really
Yeah, he needs to be patient. He needs to just take everything as it comes and not push everything.
Alright, so Ark isn't managing to catch up to Tiny. Tiny is definitely getting a bit of speed with that exit. So yeah, no toll for Ark. Will Ark ever come back? We'll have to see and find out. Right, so here we're back again with Kaiser and Vortex. Let's see if Kaiser is going to actually make a push to catch up to Vortex. But as far as we know, and we've seen and he's proven to us that Vortex is a tad fast. Kaiser taking a chance on that long right-hand corner. Getting a bit of acceleration. Let's see if he's really going to have a fast acceleration coming out of this corner.
Kaiser I don't think Kaiser is going to be able to catch Vortex. I think Vortex is just the more, how can I say it, the more constant driver at this stage. His lap times are more constant. He's got this tracking rhythm. I really think Vortex got this in the back, but he can't let go. He still needs to push for it.
Yeah, definitely alright, but I can see from Kaiser in the middle sector, he seems to have better speed than Vortex in the middle sector. But let's see on the last sector, will Kaiser have a good sector here? And ooh, Kaiser almost losing it on the exit. Oh, that's gonna cost him a lot of time. I would assume around about 200 to 300 of a second that he's lost on that little shake and bake. But yeah, let's see. As time goes, let's see how things will get. Alright, so looks like Tiny G will be taking Ark on the back straight. It's nice and close. He's going to get some DRS, and let's hope he switches on his DRS and he switches on that fuel mode to rich to try and catch up some time there. Definitely Ark had a better exit out of the corner. So yeah, hence why Tiny couldn't catch up, but Ark makes a mistake. And he goes out wide. Ooh, this is really close.
And I see Dark is
Tiny takes. Oh, well done. They trade places.
So Tiny's actually doing quite good on the hards right now. He's actually catching up.
Yeah, Yeah, so question is, will Tiny catch up to Jock?
I don't know. There's 7 laps left, so let's see.
Yeah, he's gonna have to pull something out of the hat, just a bit of a kitten or a dove out of the hat, maybe a rabbit to make him go
Yeah.
fast.
And I see Kaiser is all over the grass with his back end of his car there, and that's not gonna help him to win this race. He'll have to concentrate more if he even thinks of winning this race and take the lead in the drivers' championship. He will probably take the lead in the drivers if Tiny can't catch up to Jock.
Yeah, let's see how things go. So we are gonna look at the penalties. Right. So as we can see here, Jock and Kaiser, 3-second penalty each. So they're gonna have to fight it out tooth and nail. But as we look at it right now, we have Tiny G with no penalties. So the only thing he needs to do is he just needs to be within
3 seconds of Jock, and then he can actually end up in 3rd place.
Yeah, so look, he's gonna have to perform a Noah's Ark miracle here to get that 3rd position.
And I see there's a battle going on for 8th and 7th. Mr. Boss Otter is lining up Droom. So let's see.
Alright, so Ark went into the pits, it looks.
Yeah, he went into the pits. Let's see what tires he's going to put on here, and it looks like he's going to go for the soft compound. That's going to make him a little bit harder. He's got some wing damage. They're replacing a wing as well.
Ooh, that's going to cost him a lot of time.
That's going to cost him a lot of time. He'll have to push very, very hard to get ahead. Because Boss is actually taking the Ferrari on now.
Alright, so what time is the tier 2 starting?
Tier 1.
I mean, yeah, tier 1.
Yeah, tier 1 will start right after this race.
Do you want to start setting up the thingy?
Yeah, I can set it up if you want to.
Yeah, just set up the lobby for them so they don't waste a lot of time. I'll carry on pushing.
Yeah, no, let me just that posted in the Discord for the guys. So yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Right, so we are on our last 5 laps to go, and the standings are Vortex in 1st place, Kaiser 2nd place, and Jock in 3rd place. Tiny G in 4th place, and Lucius Cruises in 5th place, and Aggressive Force in 6th. We're seeing a lot of magic from him, a lot of slips and slides, a lot of donuts happening, but he needs to keep that temper down on the pedal. You know, you can't really push the accelerator too hard on these cars, especially if he's set up. That's so easy peasy. And then we have Room behind Force in 7th place, and then we got Ock, followed by Tristan in 9th place. Tristan and Ock, I feel like there's going to be a battle going on there. We'll switch towards them. The Williams is doing some moves out there, which is really good.
Yeah, and the Red Bull of Felicia, yeah, she's in 10th place.
Alright, so we got nice and steady Red Bull of Felicia.
The newcomer to F1, they'll get there.
They'll definitely get there. Now, I'm really happy she's really consistent and she hasn't gotten any penalties, you know. That is a really good sign. So she is really moving herself and she's pushing as hard as she can go. And we got Rascal at in 11th place, and we got Oliver, who is left. I wonder what happened there. Or great big bang with the wall, maybe? We'll never know. Alright, so let's move on and see what's happening in the top 3. So, as we look at it right now,
I see actually Rascal is catching up to Alicia.
that's going to be an interesting one. But he's got 4 seconds to cover, so he's going to have to really push though.
Yeah, he's really need to push there. And then you see Boss is chasing down that Ferrari, but I think that Ferrari is just out of his reach.
look, as I look at it right now, of the guys at the back, which speaking about Alicia and Roscoe, is that I feel like Roscoe's got a lot of potential. You know, he pushes really hard. You know, when he gets into rhythm, he goes fast, but too many mistakes, you know.
Yeah, he's not a very consistent driver at this stage, but I think he will get there. He just need to get into the seat more.
Yeah, definitely. He needs to spend more time in the seat. Alright, so let's move up and have a look at Boss.
There's a good battle for first and second. Actually, it's gonna go great there.
Oh, look, the times have been quite consistent between you two guys.
Yeah, you see, Vortex doesn't have to do much. You just have to keep it clean, and he can win this race. As the 6 seconds penalties against Kaiser will damage him quite bad. So otherwise, Vortex will have to spun out for Kaiser to actually win this.
Yeah, definitely, that is true. So right now, I'm sure Kaiser's butt cheeks are hoping that Vortex gets a penalty. Because if
what I say is maybe push Vortex. If you just get onto his back and then push him a little bit so he can maybe get on his nerves and make a mistake. But
look,
let's see.
I think Kaiser has backed off and accepted second place because he's been I mean, the last time they were battling, he didn't have any penalties. So I think as soon as he started pushing a little bit too hard, he started getting penalties. So yeah, I think he still has a bit of time, you know, to learn much more about the game. You know, when you really push hard, you gotta really watch those track limits.
So it's a really nice battle going on there. The rest of the field is pretty much nicely open at this stage.
Yeah, so as we look at it right now,
I think this will be the final grid at the end of the day.
this is gonna be the final grid, definitely. I mean, Doc is not gonna be within striking distance for Kaiser. For Kaiser's penalties to take effect.
No,
but
he's too far behind there. I think maybe, yeah, I think the grid will stay as it is. Maybe Ark can do something still, but then he really needs to push that soft tire compound that he's got on there. But I think, yeah, I think this is going to be the final grid at the end of the day.
yeah, 100%, definitely.
Very nice and tight racing.
No, definitely. We saw a lot of exciting moments, a lot of skirmishes, and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that happened during the race. You know, especially coming from the first lap. You know, that was not clean at all. It was quite an interesting first lap to say.
Yeah, the two Ferraris actually collided there. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, no, you know what it just reminds me of Vettel and what's his name again?
Leclerc.
Like, I think, you know, that collision that happened between the two Ferraris, I think the one Ferrari was trying to run away from another car and just ended up in the other Ferrari.
Yeah, that could have been, yeah, we didn't see the accident so well, but oh no, and then Vortex pickups 3 seconds, so this could
that's good work, definitely.
so if he's gonna get another 3 seconds, then Kaiser is actually in it to win it.
Yeah, so now, as I've said, you know,
That's why.
Kaiser's really clinching hard now. Yeah. It's like, you better get the penalty, you're gonna be happy. But yeah, let's see how this is gonna go.
Just to let everyone know that's watching, Tier 1 will follow after this race, and there we're gonna have a full grid. So yeah, that should also be good racing.
Look, I must say, in this Tier 2 race, the guys, you know, they had a really clean start. But what happened after the second corner?
Yeah.
It was just carnage.
Well, we didn't have a safety car, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, look, when I saw one of the guys hit the wall, I thought we might actually have a virtual safety car or a safety car, but for some odd reason the game just didn't give us any safety car. So, you know, I think it's also, it could have worked well if we got a safety
Yeah.
car, because guys would have been able to get into the pits, repair their wings, and maybe change the strategy. Go to another set of fresh softs and then go mediums, or go straight to mediums and then head out to softs right at the end. But yeah, it is what it is, and there's nothing we can really do about it.
And Boss is actually caught up with the Ferrari. He's a few seconds off him.
I think,
So there could then be another good finish.
But you see now, the thing is,
The penalties.
Oh, that outside line is very loose. You can see the marbles that have gathered up on that outside line. To take that outside line and that turn is really a bad idea. It's not ideal. Look, yes, the 10-second penalty is really costing him a lot. It's a trade-off of aggressive driving. When you drive aggressively, you push the track limits a little bit too hard, and you actually end up with penalties
against, and that's going to give you some problems. But yeah, it looks like Vortex is going to take this for the win in China. He did really, really well in qualifying. He really held it out, stick with his strategy. A really nice drive from Vortex. Guys, he had some problems in qualifying, and I think that just started there, but also a good finish from him.
Oh no, definitely. He's had a really good race, and you see what happens is when you have consistency throughout your race, a lot of things happen. Oh, okay, what's happening here? So Kaiser is catching up to the leader. Oh, whoa! Almost had contact there. Oh, I think they did. Oh,
I think they did touch there.
That's gonna cost Kaiser a win. But
even if he did the end of the race and Vortex wins this race in China, Kaiser second, and then Jack will come in third place.
Alright, guys. Yeah.
And then we've got another battle going on there, and Boss has passed Lucius. Boss just passed Lucius. This is going to be interesting.
Look, Lucius is going to have a major mistake for Boss to keep his position.
Yeah, and there he runs out of ERS. He's not going to make it.
Oh, no, definitely.
Yeah. So, look, but Boss has got the penalties. Lucius don't have to push. He doesn't got any penalties against his name, so he will...
Alright, so... Yeah. Wow, what a race, guys. What a race. Well done to the drivers, and good racing, I must say. A lot of skirmishes and a lot of shaking and baking around the corners, and thank you to our viewers who've been watching the Tier 2 Redline Racing League. Right now we'll be switching off the stream, and we'll be coming on shortly in around about 2 minutes to broadcast the Tier 1 Racing the Tier 1 Redline Racing League. That one, as I hear from Martin, it should be a spicy one, I must say.
It's gonna be spicy, spicy. We've got simulation damage on, weather's dynamic, so yeah, anything can happen in that race. So yeah, let's see how that one pans out. We've got formation labs, so it's gonna be quite a
good race.
Difficult race at the end of the day.
Oh yeah, no, I can't wait to watch that.
Man.
Alright guys, let's get ready, and thanks again guys for tuning into the stream, and let's get rocking and rolling on to Tier 1.
Tier 1, thank you guys.
Alright, thank you drivers, and thank you guys for showing us awesome racing and interesting racing strategies, to say. And well done to Vortex for winning the race, followed by Kaiser in second place and Jock in third place. Well done to those top 3 drivers. Good push that came from Tiny, and Lucius, well done with your tractor there in 5th place. Hanging in there.
Alright guys, I'm gonna cheers.
Right, okay.
Bye bye.
Alright, so... And followed after Lucius, we have Boss, and followed by Ark in 7th place. Drum in 8th place. And Tristan with a good consistency in 9th place. And Anisha.
Tiny, great race.
Good racing
Great,
from
great,
her.
good.
Consistency. New beginner to the whole entire racing fraternity to say. So well done to her. And yeah, Rascal in 11th place. Well done, guys. And see you guys just now on the next stream.